Good morning, YouTubers. I know you're probably saying, "What the hell am I doing up?" It's 6:25 in the morning. I took my meds early, which I shouldn't have took my sleeping pills, even because I'm going through minimal, not major, minimal withdrawals from the Kratom. Took it for 4 months at 3 grams. The last month it was like just 3 cups of it. I took the augmentine, which helped 100%. Today's going on my second day or third day not using it because the cravings completely stopped. So that's not a problem anymore. What I have noticed, I'm back on my sleeping pill, which that actually helps me. And I take the Klonopin at night and the sleeping pill at night around like 10 o'clock, which that's what I should have did last night. And I'll go through the withdrawals without having any problem. I wake up a little fuzzy, but after my coffee, I'll be all right. And then I take my morning Klonopin or until I start feeling a little bit uncomfortable or whatever. It's not major. It's doable, but I took it at 8. I got up at 3 in the morning. I got on Facebook and stuff. I had no withdrawals, but when I went back to sleep on my own, it was too late to take a sleeping pill. It was about 1 something. I did go through a little physical withdrawal. Not major, but I felt it. Usually some people would Kratom when they stop cold turkey. I stopped at 3 milligrams, 3 cups a week. Since I'm home in April, but I started in January, and it was always like 3 grams. I never did, not even 6 grams. Maybe a total of one time, maybe 4 grams tops. And I think that was one time when I thought it was no good. I don't know. But the whole point of the matter is I need to take my sleeping pill like around 10 o'clock. Because if I take it at 8 o'clock, I'll get 7 hours of sleep, but I'll wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning. Then I can't get back to sleep. And I'm not taking sleep aids at 2 o'clock in the morning because my whole day will pass me by. So I went through it a bit, and I got up and I did the Klonopin. I managed to go back to sleep. And here I go. It's on 6:29, but usually it's the time I've been waking up ever since the detox and all that. From Suboxone, I've been waking up like 6 o'clock, 7. You know, usually with Suboxone, I used to wake up fucking 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the afternoon. I didn't care. Suboxone always did its job and then some. But what I'm saying is some people, I was confused because I was taking the augmentine for about 7 days for the cravings because I was having cravings. It helped immensely. And then just 3 days ago, I noticed that I wasn't having any Kratom. So I said, I'm not going to take it. If I'm not having cravings, I'm not going to take it. So far, it's been 3 days. And I have no cravings from the Kratom, not even in the morning, afternoon, or at night, which is great. That part is over. But I was confused because some people say usually after you start going cold turkey, when you do your little jump from whatever milligram you're on, which you should be on the lowest one. I didn't taper. I didn't do any of that. So you could call it a cold turkey. I don't know. But I was never up to 5 milligrams or 5 grams or 5 times a week, 5 times a day, and nothing like that. The maximum I did was 3 times. And if it was a good white or yellow white lightning or whatever, which was to keep me up, that would last me 8 hours, so it'd be a cup. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that my withdrawals didn't start till the 3rd day. So I figured, wow, I'm not going to have any withdrawals. It wasn't that bad. I was just taking the augmentine because I was feeling like I wanted to do more than the 3 cups each day. So I said I had to put a stop to it because I was having stomach issues too. And on the 3rd day, when I went to sleep, I woke up with withdrawals. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I asked somebody in my group, they said that's the withdrawals from the Kratom. But mine are not minor, they're minimal. But it's just as uncomfortable. you know, but I take my magnesium at night before I go to bed, which helps let my legs stay still, you know, even though it's not that bad. And there's days that I don't use my sleeping pill, that I just sleep right through it. If I take my Klonopin, I can sleep right through it. But I'd rather not even go through the withdrawals. I'd rather just go through them in my sleep. And my pill does help that. The only problem with my pill is if I take it at 8 o'clock in the night, I will wake up at 1:30. Because it lasts about 7 to 8 hours. So that's like 1:30, tops 2. And then I'm up. And I can't take no more. So I went back to sleep. I didn't wake up with withdrawals, but I went back to sleep, and then the withdrawals came. So I got up. I waited a little while, then I took 2 Klonopins, and I think I took 2 more later on this morning at 6. I'm running low, but I'll be at my doctor's office on there. I don't know what he's going to say. He's going to say, "Well, the withdrawals are over. You don't need to." I need it. It's for my pressure, I really do need them. I'm still detoxifying from other certain things, if you don't mind. So anyway, it's a very minimal. I'm not trying to make Kratom look good, but I wasn't on it that long. So I'm not really going through the real bad thing. The only thing, I have no fucking appetite. My energy is low, and I'm hoping it won't bring back my pulse. My pulse stopped like 14 days ago. I just started having the Kratom withdrawals when I finally said no more. So some people might go, says maybe it might bypass you, maybe not. But I went through a lot with the pause. It only lasted a month and a half after the Suboxone. So I'm hoping that this too shall pass. You know, another person told me their partner had a 2 to 3 gram habit a day. And she jumped ship, and she fell 4 days top minimum. Everybody's different. So he's claimed after 4 days she was all right. A little tired at the, you know, because you do lose energy. And I'm taking my B12s for that. And I'm pushing my days. Every day I'm pushing my day to do something. Today, I'm going to do something. I got to take my smoke pipe back to the store because it's dripping oil all over the fucking place. I'm done spending money. I buy from here and I keep getting crap merchandise. Like, I'm really fucking sick of it. And you charge me twice. I looked it up. I reversed charges, by the way. It doesn't have me mentally messed up. I don't have anxiety over it, which is a good feeling, though, because some people, as they're going through their Kratom withdrawals, their anxiety levels go sky high. Maybe the Klonopin is avoiding me from having those anxiety. I don't know. They're not really for anxiety anyway. They're to lower your blood pressure, and they work wonders on your withdrawals. Point blank. That's why I'm taking them. And I've always been having them from my doctor, and they just piled up and piled out. Because I didn't know why I was taking them anyway. So go figure. I think he knew something that I knew, but he wasn't saying. He knew I was detoxing myself. So I go back on the 11th. I'm going to ask him for another script of the... I'm hot and cold because I also have the menopause. Then I went through a heat flash last night, and I've been cold all morning. And then a flush of heat came over me. I had to turn on the fan. Then I went back to freezing. So I said, I didn't want to get the blanket. So I said, let me just let that cold just hit my bones or whatever the case may be. So that's what I did. Today actually makes the 6th day that I haven't had Kratom, but I've been withdrawing for maybe 5 days tops. You know, and the other day was great. No withdrawal. It just like comes and goes. Like I don't understand. But to me, it all depends on how I'm taking my meds at night. If I take my meds at night, around 10, I can get that 7 or 8 hours sleep and go through the withdrawals with no problems. I wake up a little funny, but I'll take my clonidine and that stops whatever is about to happen, or, you know, I won't go through the withdrawals at night with my magnesium and stuff. It's not, I'm not going to say it's brutal. It's doable if you catch the shit in time. Catch yourself. But as an addict, I ain't speaking for all of us, but most of us know that any little pain we feel is so drastic for us. You know, we go haywire, a little pain, and we're running to the drug man, because that's how it is. That's how I always been. I get a headache, I go to the drug man. I feel I'm getting sick, I'm running to the drug man. That's how it was. And it's just top real. My son see this video, he'll know. His family will know. I really don't fucking care. This is for me. You know, I got grandkids and stuff. I started with the painkiller. Stayed on that. I want it off. I'm off. And what I'm hoping very much so is that I don't go into pause again from the Kratom, because they talk about that. I've only been on it 4 months, and I've never been in a high state of grams like that. It was never like that. You know, I had the runs. I went through the runs already and all that. So maybe it'll be 10 days. I don't know. But I don't need the augmentin anymore because I'm not having the Kratom, the cravings. So I don't want to keep putting no more other stuff in my body, you know. Found myself bored of life, so I felt like coming on and letting you guys know how I'm doing. Carolyn, if you see this video, another great supplement to take when you get off the Kratom is the augmentin, and you'll find that on Amazon. Okay? Get that, because you're going to have the fucking cravings like crazy, and that stuff works for real, and it's non-addictive. It's for bodybuilders. There's a science behind it. I don't know. You'll see it on the Kratom group. It's an awesome thing to have. It might work for some people. It might not work for all people, but it has worked for me. And I took it 7 days, and now it's been 3 days, and I have no cravings. So that part is over. The craving is over. Maybe it's coming out of my body. I don't know. But I still feel a little major, not major, but doable withdrawals. You know, who wants to get up in the middle of the night and feel uncomfortable? Nobody. So once I take my Klonopin during the day, so whatever's going on, it slows it down. It makes it doable. It makes me a little functional. The only thing is low energy. I take my B12. It gives me enough energy to just do what I have to do, just to maintain. It's not a big booster. It's not like the white Kratom or all those kinds that make you happy and bring up your energy boost. All that shit is all good. I ain't jumping on nobody and nothing like that. But I just feel that it just stops the functioning of your healing in your brain and your receptors and your serotonin and all that. All that needs to heal. If you keep putting the Kratom in your system, it'll stop healing. It'll take longer. Because once that feeling of happiness and feeling great and not feeling down from the pause and all that, you'll have it the next day. So it does really nothing for you, but helps you get through the day. You continue that, you're just going to create a worse fucking monster. And when you do quit, you still got to go through it. There's nothing for the Kratom except just to go through it and get comfort meds. But don't use it for pause. You know, once you withdraw from your substance, leave the fucking Kratom alone. Forget about anybody saying, oh, trying to white for energy and shit. I did that. And I learned, you know, like, oh, wait, this is not going to be good because, you know, it says it's not people keep saying it's not a fucking opiate. Maybe it might not be an opiate, But the mitragina and the speciosus has in it, it is something. It's from the poppy seeds. There's something behind it. And it is addictive. They say use responsibly. I'm a believer in that. I believe you could use Kratom, but responsibly. If you are a person who has problems with pain management, that's all different than us people with addictions. We have to do it, and then we have to leave it alone. It's as simple as that. But people with sciatica, fibromyalgia, hey, got nothing against you. Got to do it every day. You do it every day. You know, you don't want to do the big pharmaceutical thing. I don't blame you. But I'm sick of somebody added me to a Kratom group, which I really didn't like it. And my name came up. And then I noticed they only used me because they were giving away some Kratom. And if you add 2 or 3 people to the group, you can get in a contest. I didn't like that. You didn't do it because you didn't even invite me. You just added me. I don't know how the fuck people could do that shit. And when I read some, I haven't taken myself out of it yet. I just read to see. I shouldn't be reading it. But I want to see what people still think about the Kratom. And some of these people are whacked the fuck out. Because they swear for sure. It's like left and right. The right is telling you where to go. Coffee-like feeling. No withdrawals. That's bullshit. You don't go through shit. All right. All right. You know, you're saying it. If you're going to say it to keep it legal, be real about it. But don't be fucking naive and say it's no fucking withdrawals. Some people get lucky and get minimum withdrawals. Some people don't get no withdrawals. But some people get major withdrawals. So to say that it's not an addictive plant, it's wrong. It is an addictive plant. If not used properly, you can get very addictive. And the withdrawals are major. Psychological part is major. It's a fucking hell of a ride. It disturbs your fucking life. You know? Some people can't work, digestive issues, you know, something that started off as something to help turned to be a fucking monster within itself. So I still, you know, I don't have no gripe about Kratom or nothing like that. It helped me immensely through my physical withdrawals. Without it, it probably would have been like hospitalization for me, which probably would have been just as worse. So, but that helped me immensely, even though it still wasn't a comfortable ride, because I just felt I wasn't totally, like, felt fantastic on the Kratom neither. Don't know why. It helped the pain, it helped the symptoms, but I still wasn't feeling like walking around building houses or nothing like that. But it made it less bearable. I have to say, I have to give it its props on that. But to continue it while I'm going through pause is just totally wrong, because all it does is stops everything. And it just prolongs the fucking issue. Get it over with. Let the pause do what it has to do. Take some over-the-counter meds. Stay away from the ammonium AD unless you have diarrhea. And only if you have a major withdrawal that you can't stand that night, then take 2 of them. Because that cannot be taken like that. That's another thing. That's an opiate. Sorry to say. Ammonium AD is an opiate. Asex is an opiate. And you can't get addicted, you can't get sick, and it can be fatal. So when you hear people say, oh, you take 15 ammonium AD, all the physical stuff, no, who the fuck would do that shit? But a fucking idiot. Whoever don't like it, I don't care. How could you get on the tube and say it's okay to take 15 ammoniums and a whole mega of vitamin C and it'll help you through withdrawal? It didn't fucking do shit for me, but fucking fuck my gut up. You know, if you're going to be telling people what to do and what to take, you should be a doctor. But stop giving out misinformation. Study it. If you study, it'd be different. Just say something like it's 75% milligrams for a woman and 90% milligrams for a man as far as vitamin C is concerned a day. Not a fucking 1,000 milligrams or as much dosing as you could do. No, it don't go that way. I pay dearly with stomach issues. Today's the 4th day I'm taking this new med. That's an acid reducer, time release, and it has worked wonders. And I did a cleansing, a charcoal cleansing to get all that toxins out of me as far as the vitamin C is concerned, which I don't think I will ever take again. The magnesium, I'm back on it only because of the minor withdrawals that I'm having. So why not? You know, I'm not like really restless legs or anything, but I find myself shaking back and forth. So I says, you know what? I'm going to take the magnesium before I go to bed. You know, it's been maybe 2 weeks that I've been clean from all those meds. So then the issue of the Kratom came up. But then I found out some people said, no, you know, some people get it 24 hours after I stole. Some people get it 3 days after. So, of course, I got it 3 days after. But I think I've been going through it more than that. Because it's been happening to me like every other day. One day I feel all right. And the next night I don't feel all right. So it comes in waves for me. So I'm hoping that by the end of May, this too shall pass. And I am begging the Lord, don't make me go through pause. I just can't afford it right now. It's not that I can't afford it. I just prefer that I've been through enough. I don't want to go through no more. Because they said you go through psychological issues, but I don't think I am because I'm not severely having anxiety anymore. And right now, detoxing from the Kratom, I'm not having anxiety issues or stuff like that. Just that my appetite really stinks. And that didn't start with the Kratom. That started with the Suboxone. That started in January. The no eating and no nothing. But every now and then I do get hungry, and that's when I take the opportunity and try to stuff my face. Like I was up 3 times looking for something, but I have strength, but I don't still have the strength to go through a supermarket. I have low patience. You know, when you're not feeling 100%, you don't want to fucking ride up and down a supermarket fucking aisle, picking out fucking groceries. I ain't doing that shit right now. I'll wait for my mother to come to do that. Because I ain't fucking doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go through that. I'm not ready for that. But I do get up and I go out and I go through the neighborhoods to do a little small shoppings. Today I got to go to the smoke shop store. Because he's not getting past that one. And altogether that came $50. That's my hard-earned money. And I didn't really get to use it because all that shit is coming out. Nope. Smoke it. Yeah. Come on. You let it sit. Look at all that shit coming out of it. What the fuck is wrong with that? Problem, Poppy. Problem. No sooner I walk up the street, all the liquor start coming out. But I said, I shrugged it off. I said, maybe that's just something that's just happening. I should have turned back, but I was too tired. I kept it moving. I filled it up twice, but I couldn't get nothing out of it because it just kept dripping out and dripping out. And just, I tried the cleaning and everything and it's just not working. But you guys, like, this is something like, you know, everybody has an enemy in this world. I don't know why we need to be enemies because we're all in the same thing trying to survive. But there's just some things you just don't wish on enemies, and that is pain and suffering. I just don't wish that on anybody. But when you start detoxing and all that, make sure that you're ready because it's a fucking roller coaster ride. Okay? It might take months for you to feel yourself. On the 12th, I will be 5 months. And so far, like the pulse stopped about 16 days ago. And I was still using Kratom here and there 3 times a week only. But I also need to remember that I was on it from January on down. I just cut down my intake. I'm taking the greens and the reds and all that. I was doing the whites, but I was still putting it in my system, you know. I couldn't grasp it. And then after like 24 hours after not taking it, I noticed I would get diarrhea. I said, why am I getting diarrhea if I don't do it that much like that? But I didn't understand that my body was getting addicted to it or was addicted but I was off 4 days and on 3 days. I guess it reached its peak. And then I noticed it wanted more and I was like, I refused. And it wasn't starting to work, only when I would take breaks. So being that I got this digestive problem, and I asked somebody, I said, you know, I'm really going through some serious pain issues. I mean, I almost had me going to the hospital. I knew what it was. Overload of vitamin C, overload of magnesium, and then the Kratom. All that in your stomach. Just one day it just blew up on me. I got like the worst cramping. I couldn't even get up on the bed. No. Right now, the stomach is under control for right now because every day you wake up, it's a different day. Different mood. Supposed to be 86 today, so I want to at least gonna take that walk to the store and get that shit changed. I'm not in no pity pot or anything. I don't have psychological issues. I don't have depression right now or anything like that. Which reminds me, I'm going to take my depression pill right now because I started to space out what I really have to take. And then I'll take my nightly meds at night. But the other stuff I'll take during the day, which is just 2 and multivitamin and my acid reducer. I don't want to put all that stuff together to get it over with. That was a bad thing I was doing. So I'm spacing my shit out. You know, I'm doing what I think is best for me. And what's making me feel better is that. And that thing somebody prescribed to me. Right now, my stomach feels a little funny, but not that bad. You know, better than it's been in a long time. I started to get ginger ale. I never drank that before, but I noticed it calms my stomach down like crazy when it starts flipping because the acid reducer is only once a day for 14 days. After that, I'll start back on my Zantac and take it from there. Then if I want to start the next batch another month later, I can do that too. It's just to keep reducing the acid. I got the 5-HTP. I don't think I'm ready for that. I need to discuss that with my doctor because I'm on antidepressants, and they said if you're antidepressants, you can get a really like total shock of serotonin in your brain. So I don't think I want to go cuckoo right now. But in all, I want to wish everybody a good morning. I'm up early. Usually I'm not. I might lay back down. I doubt it. I had 2 cups of coffee already. But I'm not taking the augmentin. I'm not having the craving. So there's no need for me to do that. Shit. I got to get this pipe changed because I bought it to stop smoking. I was doing so good. Then my lazy butt went up there. No, he don't have. I'll buy another one. I bought another one. Now I bought this one. And this shit's coming out of the fucking sides. Like, seriously, dude. Like, what's up with this shit? So scratched up. It's used. You gotta start selling stuff like that. Anyway, I wish everybody a good morning, good health, speedy recovery. And when that sun comes out, get your ass out there. You'll feel fucking 100% better. Trust me, even if it's just for an hour or 2 or 3. Enjoy it. Let the nature take its course on your body, you know what I'm saying? And try not to do that shit no more. Like, you're gonna be clean, stay fucking clean. Like, I don't want to know nothing about opiates and benzos. I'm just done. On the Kratom, I didn't think it was gonna be a problem. It's not a big issue, but it's just a bit uncomfortable. Nothing that the Klonopin don't help, but I took my meds too late last night, so too early. So I woke up in the middle of the night. And I didn't wake up in withdrawal, but when I went back to sleep, I caught the withdrawal. So if I would have took the Klonopin at that time, I probably would have slept right through the rest of it, but it didn't happen that way. But it wasn't drastic. But it just scares you because, you know, you've been through enough and you get tired. And I don't want it mentally to fuck with me because the mental part is kind of hard for me to get it together when it starts striking my mental health. But right now, my mentality is 100% okay. I don't have anxiety. I don't have depression or nothing. So just maybe this too shall pass, you know. And if I do get pulled, it might not be that long because I wasn't on it long enough. Some people say 4 days tops. I think it's been a full 5 days. But I still woke up with it. My issue is when I go to work. I got to take my arsenal with me. And I still carry Kratom with me. What a joke. And I still carry Suboxone with me. It's a habit that's hard to break. But so far, it's 103 days or 104 days. And I'm doing okay. Getting better every day. The energy's a little low, but hey, what are you going to do? That has to come naturally. Your serotonins and all that has to build back up your receptors, you know? It's fucking nature. It's like a plant growing out from the how you call it, from the dirt all the way up, growing. From a little tiny seed into a baby, into a junior, or whatever. That's just how your body is going through. I feel the chills, but it's always chilly in here. I live in the back, so I don't get too much sunshine. And to make me also feel better, when the sun is out, I open up all the lights, all the windows, and all the curtains, because it makes me feel better to see light. I can't be in the dark. My bipolar cannot stand darkness. My bipolar hits me worse in the winter because of the darkness, which is called sad. Fortunately, I have that shit too. And I have to stay medicated. I already know myself, so I'm not going to mess around with that. If anything, I'll be taking is that. And just like my little vitamins here and there, my little Zantac whenever needed. Hopefully this reduce most of the acid that I've been taking. And it has made my stomach better in 3 days. Excuse me. So, you know, you guys, I see you in a little while. Bye-bye.